So you're probably by now hearing it everywhere that market is cooling off, it's stabilizing, and it's great time to buy. And also you keep hearing that buyers can now use those and demand those conditions that had long disappeared in the past 2 years of the hot market. But what are those conditions and how you as a buyer can use them to your advantage? Hello, my lovely people. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 different conditions that you as a buyer can use when you're putting an offer on a home. But before I get into that, as I always say, that my purpose of making these videos is to make sure that I can provide my knowledge and my expertise as a full-time real estate agent to you, so you as a smart home buyer and seller can make your right decisions. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because it motivates me to keep making these videos just for you. So guys, let's dive in. So number one condition that is the most common one that is often used by the buyers is condition upon financing. So I always suggest to my buyers, no matter what happens, please make sure that before you put an offer, you do have a conversation going on with your bank or with your mortgage broker and you are pre-approved. The 5 business days is basically help you to kind of seal the deal with the lender to make sure you have all the favorable conditions in your favor as a buyer before you go firm. So in those 5 days, what happens is that once you put an offer, you send the paperwork to the lender, and the lender will do the calculation to see how much your monthly mortgage payments will be, what the appraisal will come at, and also making sure that you are, if you are not in favor of those mortgage conditions and you're not happy with the mortgage payments monthly, it's more than you expected it will be, or the appraisal comes lower, you have the opportunity to come out of the offer and get your deposit back. This is a great condition that you can use to your advantage in this market right now, because back in until February, I would say, when the market was really hot, people were going in firm, and at that point you cannot come out of the deal and you lose your deposit if you do. And on top of that, let's say if you expected something different, your mortgage payments came out higher, or the appraisal came out lower than the money that you paid for the home, now you're stuck with those scenarios no matter what. So this condition is actually, you can use it to your advantage. You are, as a buyer, have to be satisfied with your mortgage conditions and the payments and the appraisal value, all of those things. And if you as a buyer are not satisfied, you can come out of the deal. Number 2 condition is called condition upon home inspection. So this is a great one because you want to know what you're getting yourself into, right? So the home inspection is usually anywhere between 3 days to 5 days. But from my experience, to be honest, you only need 3 days if you don't need that many days to do the home inspection, because most of the time your realtor will have connection with a home inspector. They can get them in and get to take a look at the house, and the home inspection report will give you a very clear picture if there's any serious major issues with the home, how much money you will be spending if there is. And in that case, you can either negotiate the price. So let's say if the furnace is something that needs to be replaced right away, you didn't know that, the home inspector goes in, take a look, and they tell you that. Then in that case, you can tell the seller, like, hey, we need to replace this furnace, which costs anywhere between $5,000 to $6,000. We need that money to be negotiated in the purchase price. So again, if let's say the inspection report comes out and you're not happy with the condition of the home, and if the foundation has some serious issues, or there's a lot of major things that need to be replaced right away, and you need to make a heavy investment before you even move into the house, then you can easily come out of that deal and get your deposit back. Again, this condition needs to be satisfactory to the buyer. And if you as a buyer are not happy with the condition of the home, you don't need any other explanation and you can come out of the offer. Now let's talk about number 3 condition, which is conditional upon status certificate review. So this is usually used when you're buying a condominium that shares common elements. So if let's say you're buying a condo townhouse, or you're buying an apartment in a condo building, the seller will usually provide you something called a status certificate. And what it does is that it tells you the condition of the corporation that's running that complex. So it will tell tell you how much money they have in the reserve funds, when were the recent maintenance were done, when were the windows replaced, and if they have, the big one is, guys, is the reserve fund. So let's say the biggest fear you would have if you move in and your monthly maintenance fee keeps going up, and that will happen if they do not have enough funds in the reserve funds. So usually a lawyer will review the status for you, and they will also see if there's any major issues in terms of any lawsuits going on towards the corporation. Because remember, anything that happens that causes an expense and they don't have enough money saved up in the reserve funds, you as someone who is responsible living in that complex, sharing those common elements, will have to pitch in that monthly maintenance fee, which will likely to go up in this case. So again, this is something that you as a buyer have to be feeling satisfied with. So let's say if you come across a scenario where the building needs brand new windows in the next 2 years, and we see that reserve funds don't have enough cash saved up to support that repair. So it means that your monthly maintenance fee will likely to go up. Now, some people might be okay with having it going up $30 to $40 every month. Some people might not be okay with that. So again, if you're a buyer who's not comfortable and you're literally to the point where that's the maximum you can pay on a monthly maintenance fee and you don't want any penny going up, then that's something that can help you and save you in that condition. And then you can again come out of the offer and get your deposit back as well. So number 4 condition, guys, is called conditional upon the sale of buyer's home. So this is a very creative avenue for a lot of sellers right now who are also in the market of buying a home. Because the market has shifted and it's a bit of a different market, you don't know how long it might take to sell your home. But in the meantime, let's say you have a dream home that comes to the market and you don't want to lose on that home. So what you can do is that while you're working on selling your home, you can put an offer on the other home on a conditional upon selling your home. So that what happens is that then that seller will still continue to market it to other buyers, but you can include something called an escape clause. What it does is that if, let's say, that seller, your dream home seller, gets another potential buyer who's interested in buying, they have to first notify you and tell you and give you at least 24 hours or whatever agreed time you guys have agreed upon to make your decision. Either you want to say that I cannot fulfill the condition because I haven't sold my home, so I will have to let it go, or you decide at that point maybe your home is very close on selling, you already have an offer. So then you will say that, hey, I can't fulfill the condition, and you end up getting the home on the original offer. No matter if that dream home seller is getting another offer that's way higher than yours, if you can fulfill the condition upon selling of your home, you can say that I've fulfilled that condition. You give it in writing. They have to sell you that dream home on the original terms. They cannot come back to you and say, hey, now I have another offer with a higher price, you have to give me the same price as well. No, that's not how it happens. But I see that a lot of people are using this condition to be more creative in this market, so then you have the flexibility to be able to sell your home, but at the same time put an offer on your dream home that you really, really like. So I hope you guys find this information useful. Let me know what your experiences are right now in the market. Have you put an offer yet? Did you use any of these conditions? What do you think? I'm always interested and curious to know, so write that in the comments. Have yourself a wonderful day, and remember to be kind to yourself and others.